بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. So Mufti Shafi Sahib rahmatullahi alayhi is mentioning a story of his. He says in 1355 Hijri, on the 9th of Safar, his father, so Mufti Shafi Sahib rahmatullahi alayhi, he's the father of Mufti Taqi Usmani, Mufti Rafi Usmani rahmatullahi alayhi, and his father is Maulana Yasin Sahib. So Maulana Yasin Sahib and Mufti Maulana Hakim al-Ummat, they were classmates. So his father passed away on 9th of Safar, okay, and after a week, on the 16th of Safar, he reached to Thana Bhawan. So his father passed away, Janaza, Tadfeen, Ta'ziyat, and then a week after he came to visit Maulana Shafi Thani rahmatullahi alayhi. When he reached there, that Maulana Shafi Thani rahmatullahi alayhi said, "You came too quickly." Well, he said, "Why? You came too quickly." He goes, your mother is probably still a bit saddened and grieved by the demise of your father, so you shouldn't have come so quickly. So 1 week after when he arrived, he said, "You still stay with your mother." Do you understand? So that's what you have to understand. Very important. That it's very important that we balance everything: the rights of our parents, rights of our teachers, the rights of so many different things. Yeah, sometimes you have a shawq, I want to go for Umrah. But is Umrah better now, or you have an older father, older mother, and staying with them, serving them, doing the khidmah? Yes, if you look in the hadith of Uwais al-Qarni. So being a mu'min, no believer would want to give up the chance to meet Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But despite being alive at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, despite a caravan coming from Yemen, Uwais al-Qarni, rahimahullah, radiyallahu anhu, he didn't come, and the reason was his mother. Similarly, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, one person asked to go for jihad. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked him regarding his parents, "Are your parents alive?" He said, "Yes." So فَفِيهِمَا جَاهِدْ, that is your jihad. Yeah, so sometimes different people have different rights over us, and sometimes certain things feel good, and they have a dini label on top. Going for Jamaat, going madrasa. Sometimes some people join our madrasa and they just had a child, and you're alone. So it is husband, wife and child. And now you're spending 3 hours a day trying to join madrasa and going to work. So the free time that you would have had before to help out your wife who's alone, there's nobody else in the family or in the house, you spend that in madrasa, that's not really the best use of your time. Because then she's got a very hard burden, she's got other children. So it's not just about what you think is, what you enjoy. And if you were, let's say for example, somebody will say, "Oh, he leaves his wife at home and goes to the pub." Or leaves his wife at home and goes to his friend's house. Everybody can clearly see this is wrong. You got old parents at home and they need help and you're going out to play football. You can easily see this is wrong, isn't it? But sometimes there's another dini action. And this dini action, because it has a dini action, you don't realize it's wrong. You think, "Oh, I'm doing something really good. Yes, I'm going to madrasa. Or I'm going to masjid. I'm going this, I'm going jamaat, I'm going to study knowledge, I'm going to follow a sheikh." So, but that's not what you need to do right now. And that's why you always need to look deeper. What's the necessity of the religion right now? Do you understand? Not just what feels good. Yeah. So even after 1 week, when he went to visit his sheikh, Mufti Muhammad Thani rahmatullah said, "You came too early. Your mom's probably still saddened by the grief of your father. You shouldn't have come so quickly." So before we do anything, so when we do worldly things and we have any religious perspective, we think, no, sacrifice the worldly thing and do the dini thing. But then there are two dini actions. We also have to think which dini action is muqaddam right now. That's what I was telling the girls the story last night, that we did this in Urdu book as well. This one was one tabi'i or tabu tabi'i, or one of the earlier things. There was Muhammad ibn al-Munkadir. So Muhammad al-Munkadir, his mom wasn't feeling well. And his brother was very pious. Not that his brother wasn't a good person. His brother was a good, pious person as well. So mother probably went to sleep, or mother was lying down. So his brother, according to his habit, mom is going to sleep, or mom is just lying down. So he went to perform his Hajj Salah as normal. And Muhammad ibn al-Munkadir, rahimahullah, he spent the entire night massaging his mother's feet or arms. And then later on he would say that night, I would never sacrifice a whole night of ibadah for that night other than my mother's khidmah. Why? Because obviously ibadah is very important, the Hajj is very important, but that night my mother needed me and I sacrificed my ibadah, nafil ibadah, for the service of my mother. That's much more valuable. So that's what we have to do. Understand what fiqh is about. Understanding the needs and necessity and what is muqaddam, what is aham, what is more important, what should be done first. Fahimت? Yes?